Hey, what's up guys? John here. Soon a 32-hour work week will become law here in America, according to Bernie Sanders and many other politicians that are working to push this through.
Bernie Sanders introducing this bill today to make a 4-day work week a standard nationwide.
Automation can and should make possible a 4-day work week. The reduction of the work week to 35 or 30 hours in the coming decade.
But it's not just here in America. This is happening all over the world. And why is this unfolding? Well, you think about this. If an employee works 40 hours a week, they are full-time. And many employers are then obligated to offer dental insurance, health insurance, 401ks, all these different benefits. And when they're bringing forward a 32-hour work week, 134 million Americans essentially are going part-time. And so according to the new bill, the new law that's being worked on, any hour above 32 hours, the employer would be forced to pay time and a half. Now, when you see how far back this has been worked on, that's the real concerning part, because this has been building up for 10 years. Now, nearly every billionaire, every really big player is pushing to make this a reality. And I'm going to share with you exactly why they're doing this, because this is going to be the greatest rug pull in America's economy that we've ever seen. Think about this. In 2020 and 2021, 40% of all USD was put into circulation. Record low interest rates, the economy was booming, everybody was making money left, right, and center. You mean stock market, crypto, meme coins, NFTs, people were just making money everywhere. Then they started pulling the money out. Inflation started getting worse. Now they're enacting this 32-hour work week, or they're working on it. On Monday, they enacted the gig work law, where now the gig work economy is under extreme stress. Employers of the gig economy are now forced to bring forward employees as full-time W-2 workers. On top of this, they brought forward another plan, which Biden administration has partnered with the FTC and the Department of Justice to crack down on unfair and illegal pricing 1 week ago. So you think about this. They're going after the employees, saying you have to work 32 hours. Because if you work 32 hours, you're going to be happier and healthier, and you're going to spend time with your family. But you won't be able to feed yourself with this record high cost of living. So this is what's happening. But then they're going after the companies, saying, look, your prices have to come down. You need to, if you charge illegal pricing, we're going to come after you. And then they go after the gig economy, which is, about 60 million Americans are, part-time gig workers, at least they were. So you start to look at all of this coming to a head at the same exact time inside of, a very short window. You're going to see one thing very, very clearly, that everything that we know about America is about to change. I'm going to break this down. I'll give you the facts. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. YouTube will share this content. Educate more people about what's really going on in America's economy. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we would love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session for tomorrow, for Friday. Take a look at this. So this is everywhere. I mean, look. CNBC is reporting on this. Newsweek is reporting on this. And what they say is the 32-hour work week act would see workers work fewer hours for no less pay. Right, employers are going to pay no less. They're going to pay employees, for a 40-hour work week when they work 32 hours. That's not going to happen. According to a summary of the bill, the proposed legislation would reduce the standard work week from 40 to 32 hours over 4 years. Employees would also be compensated time and a half for working beyond the stipulated 32 hours, right? This is coming from a man that owns 3 homes, and most Americans cannot afford to own 1 home. One of them is right on the water, right? So he has, these 3 beautiful properties. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning. Looks so peaceful. A lot of people love to, spend some time at a house like that. He has 3 homes telling people they need to, work less when he's making millions and millions and millions of dollars when he's selling his books and he's, doing speaking gigs and he's, going out there, doing all of his influential things on America, telling people to do less when he's, collecting more. It's kind of pretty interesting, to say the least. Jamie Dimon says the next generation of employees will be 3.5 days a week and live to 100 years old. Right. Lived 100 years old. They work 3.5 days a week. And then you have Panasonic, you have Buffer, Kickstarter, all these companies that are already, integrating a 4-day work week. Ray Dalio is saying, forget about a 4-day work week. Here's why billionaire investor Ray Dalio predicts we'll soon have a 3-day work week, right? Bill Gates, thanks to AI, vast swaths of us may soon be able to work 4 or even 3 days a week, right? Came out a couple months ago. You see all these other countries enacting these very policies. Like America's already working on these pilot programs. The UAE, you have UK pilot program, Switzerland. They have a 35-hour work week. Spain pilot program, South Africa pilot program, Scotland pilot program, Portugal. Norway, 34 hours. And you start seeing all these countries enacting all these pilot programs. So you think about this. They don't want people driving to the office. They want to work from home. They want people to work less as the cost of living continues to get more and more and more expensive. And people have more debt today than ever before on student loans, on auto loans, on credit cards. How is this not going to enter in complete, tragedy for most Americans, right? This is going to be a really, really big problem. But you have to remember, this didn't just come out of left field. This has been worked on since 2014. 2014, millionaires support 4-day work week, right? And then they're saying that most people like working, but they'd also like to have more time with their family or pursue their own interests. It's easy, of course, for the billionaire workaholic to say that we work too hard, but it turns out that even everyday millionaires who you would think would preach the religion of long hours think of work week should be shorter. Look, I'll tell you, I have a lot of friends that are millionaires. They work a hell of a lot harder than 40 hours a week. They're constantly working, they're constantly on their phones. Sure, they live a nice life and they travel and do things like that, but they are nonstop thinking about how they can move to the next level, how they can level up, and how they can put themselves in a better position. They're not sitting there watching Netflix, 3-4 hours a day and talking on the phone all day long with family and friends. Sure, they have relationships with their family, but they're not, on cruise control. They're hustling nonstop to level up. So you start to see this, they're pushing for this 3.5-day work week. What does this ultimately mean? It means this is the perfect opportunity for these companies to start moving into AI. For example, IBM yesterday, IBM slashing jobs in marketing, communication, IBM layoffs hitting marketing, communication staff as AI is in charge continues. IBM layoffs push towards AI, right? All the last 24 hours. This is what's going to happen. These large corporations are going to say, okay, employees in America, they want to work 32 hours. That's great. They can work 32 hours. I'm going to start opening up larger locations in India and these different areas, and I'm going to start outsourcing more and more talent. I don't have to pay health insurance benefits. I don't have to pay 401k matches. I don't have to, really be obligated legally to these employees at the same capacity as if, I was hiring them locally. And so this is an amazing opportunity for me to start outsourcing. I can start leaning more into AI and tech, which will have a really big impact on the economy over the next couple of years, right? And so you're going to start seeing this really big push away from Americans having high-income jobs. This is what's going to unfold. And look, the part-time employees may receive benefits, but it's usually at the discretion of their employers, right? Compared to full-time employees, part-time employees are less likely to receive benefits, health insurance, dental insurance, 401k, right? And so when you realize that in 2023, the average, this is average, right? So this isn't like the best insurance, $23,968 a year. $2,000 every single month. It's like the price of rent in a pretty nice area. $2,000, right? That's how much the insurance would cost. So most Americans, they want to work 40 hours because they want those benefits. And you start to look at this. The gig economy, the strike force unfolding on illegal and unfair pricing, and then the 32-hour work week. How is this not all perfectly connected, right? How is it all not perfectly connected? The average monthly premium, $651 for single coverage. So if you're not a family of four, just a single coverage is $651, right? You think about that. The average monthly is $1,817 for a family coverage. So at smaller firms. So, it's absolutely crazy. So you start to look at this, then you couple this with the fact that 37% of Americans are currently behind on bills. The survey also found that 37% of Americans are behind on monthly bills, which jumps to 53% among parents with young children. Additionally, 61% reported that inflation has impacted their ability to afford their lifestyle. You have record high evictions that are unfolding right now, record high auto loan delinquencies. So you tell me, how are we not walking into a scenario where this is just going to be devastating for the 90%, right? The 90%, that's what's going to get really hit here. The top 10% are going to flourish. So I'm telling everybody, there is a huge correlation between everything that's happening right now, and people should prepare for it. What I mean by that is get out of high interest rate credit card debt as quickly as possible. If you have it, there's 0% APR balance transfers out there. There's a lot of offers right now. If you have good credit, you can go ahead and apply for some of those cards. Just look over the offers, make sure it's a good fit for you. Transfer that credit card debt, that high interest debt, and pay it down as quickly as possible. Save as much money as you possibly can. Have stable income. Maybe even start an online business, but put yourself where you're in the driver's seat, because left, right, and center, everybody's going to get hit the next couple of years. It's absolutely crazy. Think about this. The gig economy, the strike force on illegal and unfair pricing, and a 32-hour work week all inside of a 7-day period. Drop below. Let's have a conversation about this. Do you think this is a really, really good thing? Do you think this is going to be something that, Americans are going to need, or do you think this is going to be, the final nail in the coffin for tens of millions of Americans, possibly even, they're saying this would impact 134 million Americans that are full-time. Let's have a conversation about this in the comment section below. And by the way, 75% of people that are watching this video are not currently subscribed. So if you get value and you get education from this channel and you benefit, please consider subscribing. It would greatly benefit the channel. And if you have any late negative items on your credit report, maybe late payments, charge-offs, medical bills, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcies, any issue at all on your credit report, go to greatcreditfast.com, click the link in the description just below this video, schedule a free strategy session for tomorrow. Catch you next video.